Hey, slot car drag racing fans. I went ahead and started making this video to go ahead and make a chassis jig for putting the body onto our drag race slot car. Now I have to do things out of contents because I lost my original video, but this is how I did this thing. And let's see if we can put this thing on while we're... Okay. Went ahead and got a 3/4 inch piece of birch plywood, cut it, went ahead and routed it for the slot, and drew these lines, as you can see, for body mount. This is the outside of the body. This is actually here for the wheelie bar location here. This is our frame. This space here will be used for the track sensors that I'm not going to use on this video, but I marked it anyway. And this is for our braid or copper foil. And of course our slot, same thing for the other side. And you'll see a lot of things on these videos. So stay tuned. Now I said I had to remake, so we got to pretend that these body tubings are not installed, and I'll get started with that. So I was thinking of these arms to go ahead and align that tubing with, and I said, hey, that'll work. And so the Home Depot, they actually give these things away, your big old paint sticks. So I went ahead and cut 4 pieces like this. It's something to attach those arms with on the side of the 3/4 inch block. So I picked out 832 by 1.5 inches. These are about $1.18. Went ahead and I'll have to drill a hole into the side of the block using the wood screw part here, and the other end will be attached. Of course, that's a double screw to get these threaded piece in, and that'll be attached to the next piece. It should have been double nut, not double screw. Yes, that was $1.18 for 8 of those. So you got 4 left over. Make another one. Here's the original arm, and this is the next piece. I went ahead and used a drill press on it. Big mistake. This was the next. I like that better. And so our end result was this. This is 2¼ inches long, 1/4 inch from the end, 1 inch from there to there, cut by our Dremel using our ceramic cutter. Using our Dremel with a carbide cutter, and then to widen it, use this piece here, also from the Dremel kit. I used to do some ceramic tile and use this to like broach it from here to here and hand file it, and that hole will come later, but it's in a correct position for right now. So if you want to drill it now, okay, fine. If you're building your own, all these dimensions will be different. Mine are these, and I just went ahead and laid some landmark lines here just for my purposes only. And so we're going to go ahead and start using a 7/64 drill bit and drill it down to about inch, and then go ahead and use those screws screwed into the wood. And of course, we've already done this before, and there it shows one of them already. Before you start drilling on your drill press, make sure everything is squared and true. And as you can see, it's level like this, so you go straight. Okay, all the anchor bolts are in, and this is the finished product here for this arm here. I went ahead and cleaned the edges up, and I'm just going to go ahead and leave that as it is. You can go ahead and bevel that if you want to, and we'll just go ahead and, if you want to drill that hole for 0.50, I drilled mine for 0.530, I believe. Something that I didn't mention, these are 832 wing nuts, and use your washer, and of course you can unscrew them, take these anywhere you want to, and do whatever you want to do with them. Okay, dudes, since these arms are a little longer, I went ahead and attached another 3/4 inch piece of plywood underneath to attach them by wood screws, and also come up with this other idea, making sure that this chassis doesn't move while the body is being placed on, and aligning the pins. I went ahead and tapped it with a 440. I had some other screws left over from other jobs and whatnot, so I went ahead and tapped this hole here to a 440. Now with a little bit of cutting oil on there, not too much, went ahead and cut the threads into it. And watch out for the motor, and made it about 3/16 of an inch long. And this is where it will be fitted to the chassis jig. Making this manila paper cardboard cutout, and we're going to go ahead and let's see, we bend it like this. Well, first off, we drill it. We drill a hole here and here as marked. These are our pieces, one from one side, one to the other side. And using T-nuts, again, with longer 440 screws, we'll come up from underneath and attach it, screw down from below, and it'll be screwed into the side very gently. So we get our screw into our wire stripper, and there it says 440. Just screw it right in. And I'm just going to go ahead and screw it in until it bottoms out. Looks good. And then don't want that piece going in my eyes. Okay, there's the cutoff piece. And here's the piece that we'll go ahead and put into our chassis. And it cleans up the threads automatically. Now, one thing I forgot to tell you, that when I start drilling the holes, they'll be elongated for the different chassis mounts, etc., and also for the base. Okay, we got our one side on, and these are the parts for the other side. I've already pre-checked them. They're good to go. Now we just gotta go ahead and put the drill and put the T-nuts on. Remember, these things got to be a perfect 90. Okay, I chose this position. Yours may be different. They've been marked. We'll go ahead and drill them all the way through and then get our T-nuts in. That'll be next. Okay, our 1/8 inch holes are drilled all the way through. Now this is our T-nut and our screw. And with this drill bit, which is 5/32, we'll have to come down at least a 1/2 inch, because we've got to go ahead and cover for this, the T-nuts, this diameter. And then right above that, we'll have to get another drill, use 3/8, because we're going to put that into the piece of wood. Okay, those holes were drilled. We'll just go ahead and put the T-nut in, show you what I mean. And we'll go ahead and drill that down. I got to figure that one out. Okay, we are going to drill down 7/16 because of the tip of the drill bit. Would be 3/8 if we didn't have that tip. I did have some problems because the T-nut was spinning, so I gave it a quick rap with a hammer, and that held it. So we're good to go. Success! That thing ain't going nowhere. Good to go, baby. Our next step was to go ahead and put the front arms up, kind of in parallel with the holes in the chassis here. And we'll go ahead and drill them. First, I want to go ahead and show you something. So I got some of this stainless steel tubing, .050 from Mid-America Products. You get 12 pieces for $16, and they're 12 inches long. If you got some on hand, that's good. And their part number is MID284. And this is one of the key steps here. I haven't cut those holes here yet, so measured across from here to here. This is about 3 3/4. We'll go ahead and cut it clean it up, and then we'll go ahead and drill our little holes. Our piece is cut. You can check the inside diameter, which is, those pins are 030. Using this drill bit here, it's 031. It checked out okay. And there's our pins, 030. I bought these 2 Chevy Nova model kits about 3 months ago, not knowing that I'd be doing this. All I wanted to go ahead and do was just to make a replica of my old 66 Nova, Super Gas, Super Street, and ET model. We'll continue. Okay, we slide it in. Then we'll use our grommets here to put it inside the chassis. And then to hold it in place, I've got these from Micromark, some years ago. We'll hold it in like that instead of solder it in first. I'm just using the holes that were provided in the chassis. Use the chassis grommet. They are 1/16 inch. These are the long ones. Of course, if you need any more, Mid-America 515. And this is our setup, our little jig. And as you can see, it's lined up for that first line. So we'll go ahead and make our mark right there. And we'll do the other one the same. Well, this took a little while to do. I did notice that this little piece here that we made up before wasn't exactly 90. So after situating it right and got everything corrected, as you can see, we're dead zero. And if we measure it from here to here, on both sides, they're even 780. It took a while to do. Yeah, like 15 minutes. Okay, after you've all done that, make sure these wing nuts are tight on both sides. This is the deciding factor, making sure that's parallel. Then we'll go ahead and cut it to the inside diameter of the body. I kind of marked it here already on the inside. They are the same. So we'll just go ahead and cut our piece here for the inside of the body. Okay, it measured out 2.665 or so. Here's our mark here. Make sure you cut it on the outside of the mark. Anything less, you're gonna have to start all over. There you go, exact. Might have to trim it a little bit. It's a very good fit. Okay, we take our 031 drill bit along with our pin vise, then very carefully slide it into our forward arm through the hole we made. Come out the other side. You can mark it and drill it. In this case, I went ahead and marked it and took it out and drilled it, but we got it. Well, in order to get the pins in, we removed our arms and lined up everything. It's in. It's in. The forward ones are in. Now you're asking, well, how do you remove the body now it's bolted down everything? Remove your pins. We got the aft one to do. I may not video it, but I'll show the end results. So we're soldering the grommets in. Make sure you stay away from the body. I hit it once. Oops. I use Stay Bright silver solder along with the flux. Put the flux on first, of course. Here's a side picture. Slammed. It's 1/16 of an inch from the board to the body. Not bad. Well, we got the after one in. It looks good. We'll just go ahead and mark it and pin it. All right, success. We got our after pins in. And I kind of noticed, the forward pins, I think I'm going to use another dummy down here. I'd like to imitate a Zeus fastener. So it looks like the front end is removable. This picture shows all 4 pins are in and aligned to our Chevy Nova body. I misspoke earlier on the right forward pin hole location. It is aligned center with that line. Well, slot car drag racing fans, our Chevy 2 Nova is done. Our pins are in. I think it doesn't look that bad. Thank you for watching, and I'll be with you with another video. It's going to take a while, though.